Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Jermaine Morgan TV. In today's episode, we're going to talk about building vocabulary within the groove, so stay tuned. All right, so jumping right into today's video, first and foremost, I want to give a shout out to the good people over at Singular Sound. They are the ones who are sponsoring this video today by sending over the Beat Buddy. So all of the drum grooves, the drum loops that you're hearing me use today are from the Beat Buddy, and we'll talk about a little bit more of the Beat Buddy as we move throughout this video. But right now, I want to break down this lick that you guys heard me play at the beginning of the video because it's been a while since I gave you guys a good bass lick. So jumping right into it, in my practice time, I was listening to some of the old jazz greats, and one of the people that I ran across was Dizzy Gillespie, and I hope I'm saying his name right. Nope, didn't nail that one. Good try though. The name is pronounced Dizzy Gillespie. Dizzy Gillespie. All right, carry on. And if you don't know who that is, do yourself a favor. Go do your homework, look him up. But anyway, he was playing this really cool line within his solo. And this is just a little short line that I took. And I wanted to see how many different ways I could use this line. And so what I want to do is show you what this line is. We're in the key of F minor, right? And basically this line is built off like an E diminished. He was using it like over the 5 chord. So it's like, right? So we're starting first with this E flat to pivot into this E. E flat, E, G, B flat, D flat. And then we walk it up from this B flat to this C chromatically. Just 3 notes, and then we slide down to the A flat, G, F, and then we grab that B flat again. So grab that B flat, F, E, C, back to F minor. So that's what we're trying to get to. So in time, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's the whole line in time. So we're going to do it really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. That's the whole line. And if you need it slower than that, please use the speed function right here on the video to slow it down if you need it a little bit slower than that. But I do want to move on. This lesson is going to be really quick. But one of the things I wanted to show you guys is how I was kind of using it and some different ways you can take one little idea, because I know a lot of guys that actually take and transcribe entire solos to build their vocabulary, and that's really good. I mean, I've done it several times myself, and it does help in terms of building your vocabulary. But one of the drawbacks of that is you have a lot of information, and it's very rare that you're going to use that whole solo on your own unless you're playing that actual song and you're trying to play verbatim. Oftentimes we can pull from that type stuff, but I like to practice and take little chunks of things that I can apply real time. So if I'm going to learn this today and I got to play tomorrow, I want to be able to at least attempt it and try it tomorrow if I spend all this time learning it today. So taking this little chunk, I want to figure out how I can add it into a groove. So the groove that you heard me playing earlier, that little calypso type vibe, was just my attempt to figure out ways to use it within a groove. Now, when I heard it initially, that's not how Dizzy used the particular line, but I was trying to, again, figure out how to incorporate this line within a groove. So I came up with something with this little progression. Right? So I was going 1, minor third, 2, 5, back to 1, minor third, 2, 5, and that was my progression. So as you can hear, that's how I decided to incorporate that into the groove. Now, one of the other things that I try to do when I practice this type of stuff is I try to go ahead and merge it with the stuff that I already know, because what I want to do when I'm playing is I want to commit something new like this. I want to commit it to muscle memory. So when I'm playing out live, I don't have to think about it. So again, I'll start practicing things that are already in my catalog that I can pull from and play around this and see how much stuff can I connect while I'm playing the groove. Never losing sight of the groove, because remember, at the end of the day, we are bass players and we still have to keep the foundation, but we want to have some fun too. So let's figure out ways to make little clever choices. Maybe we can't play a whole solo, but we can take little clever lines and implement them into the groove. So let's do it again. And I'm going to slow it down to like 160 BPM. So some things you'll hear me do there is just changing the rhythm up, just little subtle stuff that I'm adding and changing around. So another thing that I was doing earlier in my practice time, I was playing around with just walking bass. Obviously, I pulled this from some old school jazz. So I was working on my walking bass and seeing how I can incorporate this maybe in my walking bass line as well. So I found this really cool preset right here on the Beat Buddy. And it's like this modal open swing that I really like, and it gives you the feel of a real drummer, just like that groove there. And again, we can adjust the tempo on it. So just say we started at like 160 with it. We can set that tempo actually wherever we want it. This is just where I'm gonna do it. And the thing I like about that pedal, sometimes, you know, you can tap it and it'll give you a feel, and it's almost like you have a real drummer there, which I demonstrate what I'm talking about. So like they give you 3 different options of a feel. It's the first one, right? And you can tap it real time while you're playing. Second one. You see what I'm saying? So you get toms and all that kind of stuff, or you don't want all that, you can just let it loop, which gives you options that make the song feel real. And as you can see, you can start having a lot of fun with that, because it gives you, again, the feel of somebody actually being there. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a few practice tips that you can do with that particular lick. There's so many different ways we can go with this. There's so much more time I can spend on this, but I don't want to drag it out. I think you really get the point. And if you want more stuff like this, be sure to head over to JermaineMorgan.net and become part of the monthly membership lessons where I talk about these different types of things all the time. So, and also, if you're not subscribed to this YouTube channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you know anytime I upload a new video. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to do that now at JMorganBass1. Lastly, if you're interested in this pedal that I've been demoing today for you guys, be sure to check the link in the description where you can go right over to Singular Sound. And if you're interested in purchasing it, I'll also put a code that will give you 10% off your purchase when you get ready to do that. It'll also be in the description below. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and checking out this video. If it was helpful, be sure to leave a comment and let me know that this was helpful for you, or if this is a lick that you can add to your groove. Again, don't just learn a bunch of stuff, having all these tools in your toolbox and you're not actually using any of them. If you're gonna transcribe songs and all this type of stuff, take little chunks at a time and see how that works with moving you along in your playing. And remember, it doesn't have to be jazz. You can this was a trumpet that I transcribed. You can do it with vocals. You can do it with a drum beat. You can do it piano, saxophone. It could be anything. Don't just be limited to bass playing only. Anyway, again, guys, I hope that you found this helpful, and I really enjoyed sharing this with you, and I look forward to bringing more content your way. So take care, and I am out. Peace. Hey, are you a bass player? Let's be honest, aren't you tired of feeling like you're in the same place while everybody else around you is progressing? I have a solution. Trust me, I understand where you're coming from. Years ago, I used to deal with the same thing as it related to my playing. You see, over the years, I've developed a lot of different bass riffs and bass licks. And I've been able to put them in a course and to show you exactly how I do them. I'm not going to hold it all to myself. I'm going to show you exactly what it is I'm doing so you can keep up with the competition. So if you're interested in improving and actually becoming the bass player you always dreamed of, check out the Riffs and Licks library.